Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how I created this grungy makeup look, please keep on watching. So I'm going to go in with some primer today. So just putting that all over my skin. So just going in with my foundation. I recently tried something new with regards to the way that I use this foundation. So I'm dotting the foundation on like I normally do, and then I spray some setting spray on it. That looks like a little, but I spray some of this Revolution Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. That was a lot. And then I take my foundation brush and I just kind of work that into my skin. It kind of makes the foundation blend in a lot easier. You may have heard in my previous videos that I talk about the thick consistency of this foundation, and I've been experimenting with different ways with regards to using it. Is that the correct English? I've been playing around with the way that I apply this foundation and the way that I blend it in. I use a sponge sometimes, I use a makeup brush, I use different types of makeup brushes. So I've done this a couple of times now and I really like it, but I can see that there was a little... Okay, so I'm putting concealer. I forgot that I wanted to spot conceal, but you know, it's too late. I've been using this concealer a lot. It's the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. I did do a video on this, so go check that out. So I'm just gonna dot that there, little dots over there. I'm going to use this brush. I can see a hair here and I don't know where it is. Oh, it's my lash. So I'm going to use this brush and I'm just going to tap that in under my eye. Just tapping it and then taking the excess on my eyelid. Just working that in. So normally I would use my foundation brush to put the concealer on, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that today, so I'm just using this brush. I'm just patting this in all over. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to go in with my foundation brush to blend the concealer into my skin better. I think this is a really good concealer shade for me. Well done, Natasha. The lighting in this game was not the greatest, but you did what you had to do to get the color correct. Now that I look a little, you know, I don't know, human, I'm going to go in with powder. So something I wanted to say, but yeah, I wanted to mention this in the video. So I actually didn't want to film today because I was very anxious yesterday and it kind of carried over to today. And I am still anxious. I'm anxious right now, but I'm trying to push through it for the sake of this video. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to film a video and not have to sit and think about what would have happened if I did film the video, you know, like I didn't want any buts or ifs in my mind at this moment. Like and I think that's really important if you are someone who is anxious. Like, don't put yourself in a position where you have to think of what the outcome could have been if you didn't do it. You get what I mean? Like, because I'm the type of person that will think about something and then obsess about that, and then that plays in my head over and over and over again. So I knew that if I didn't film this video, I would have spent the entire day thinking about what could have happened if I did film the video. So I just skipped all that and just filmed the video. I've always been somewhat of an anxious person, and yeah, just trying to find different ways that work for me to cope with my anxiousness. Yeah, so just gonna play with makeup today, play around with a grungy look, and yes. I really love putting my contour on with this brush. It's not meant for this, but I enjoy doing it. So putting it just here, like tapping it on and then bringing it down so that it sits just here in the temple, and then you can like blend that out. Patting, tapping, I don't know, stapling. I just like to do this on my chin so that my chin looks a little shorter, and then I like to do the same thing on my forehead so that my forehead looks a little shorter. Just here, patting it on the edges of my forehead just to give some contour, some color. I actually don't like contouring my nose with this brush, so I don't know why I'm doing this, but it doesn't look half bad. My brushes are shading and I can see the hairs on my face. Okay, so just gonna take some of this and run it on my jaw. Does my ear look a lot less? Does my ear not match my face? I think kind of. I'm gonna just take my foundation brush and so going into bronzer, just taking the same brush I used to powder with. Again, starting right over here in the temple and blending it down. I don't want the color to be prominent in the front. I kind of want the color to disperse from the back to the front so that we can get a nice clear blurring effect. Is that the correct words? I don't actually think so. I want the color to kind of do this, like shade towards the front instead of just color and pa. So just blending that to the cheeks. You can smile if you know how to, but if you're like me, we do this. And we're blending. Okay, Natasha, okay, that's a lot of bronzer. So I put too much bronzer on, but it's okay. So I'm just going to fill my brows. Okay, so just very lightly. I honestly hate filming doing my brows because my brows have a personality of their own. Okay, so now that my brows are adequate, I'm just going to clean them up with my concealer brush. Just kind of bring it to the front, equal this under area. Alright, with English. They look okay. They're nothing to brag about, but They look okay. So I'm gonna go in with my Makeup Revolution palette. This is the Life on the Dance Floor After Party eyeshadow palette. Grey shade. Over here. Over here. I'm gonna go in with that shade, and I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. So just going to place that. So I'm going to go in with that grey shade, and I'm just going to, so I'm going in with that grey shade, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. Actually should have used a thinner brush. And I'm just going to fan that out. Blend it up towards the brow. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just blending. Blending, blending, blending. Just going to push that up towards the brow. So I'm kind of keeping this eye look simple. I don't want it to be too difficult. Just blending that as high as we can go. I'm not applying any more product. I'm just blending. Over here and here. So now I'm going to go in with this shaped brush, and I'm going to dip into a darker brown. So this one over here. And I'm just going to pack that on the outer edges of the eye, right over here. And then blend that into the crease. Just blending, 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 blending. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, just in this little end of the eye socket. Just tapping that over here. And blending it forward into my crease. So just gonna use this over here, bring it forward. And then do the same thing on the other side. So it's kind of already giving my eye that open effect, which I really like with makeup. Just gonna blend that forward. Going in with this brush. Just going to blend that a bit more. Blending it up, over. Just to combine those two colors together. And then, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do on the lid. Doing the same thing over here, bringing it forward. Fanning it out. Alright, so I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm going to take that brown shade, and I'm going to tap it on my lid, and I'm going to tap into that grey shade, and then I'm going to tap that onto my lid, just really slowly. And then bring it as close to this area as possible. Right over here. Just blending, blending, blending. Going into the other side. Doing the same thing. Just tapping that onto my lid. and blending that out. So just gonna take that same cool tone brown from before and just define the outer edges a bit more, just so that you can see a clear definition so that you can see a clear difference. Kind of blend that in the shape of my brow, if you know what I mean. Alright, and then doing the same thing on the other side, just in the end part of my crease in that little V shape, and then going in the shape of my brow. Just blending that a little bit upwards so that it doesn't, blending it upwards so that it touches my brow, so that there's a little bit of space left over here, not too much space. Same thing over here, just a third of the eye, not too much. I don't want my eye to look smaller. Just there. Alright, that looks pretty cool. I was going to put lashes on. Actually, you know what, let me do lashes. I'm going to put some mascara on. Yes, friend. Okay. And that is it for lashes. So now I'm going to go into lips. I'm going to go in with my trusted brown liner from NYX Cosmetics. I'm not going to sharpen it too much. So I'm going to be overlining as usual, because now apparently that is my usual. So just, you can use a handheld mirror if you are like me and you need glasses to see. Just trying to make them as even as possible. Okay, and then on top I like to do this. And do that. And kind of link that to the bottom. That's the thing with overlining, like it looks crazy when you start, but when you finish, so just evening it out. My lips naturally have that dip on the sides, so just trying to make sure that it is equal and not crazy looking. So just gonna do a couple of lines, because the nude lip that I'm going to be using is a pink nude, so yeah, going in. So just filling in the lines of where I overlined and making sure that nothing is out of place. You can take a brush and further blend the colors together, but I don't do that. So now I'm going to go in with this highlighter. I haven't used this in a long. Place that into my skin and just blend it out everywhere that I want to highlight. It is quite subtle, I would say. It's not as pigmented as my Ofra highlight, but you know, highlighter doesn't always have to be super pigmented. This kind of gives me glowy vibes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!